So we're back here with our mise en place, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some apple and some onion and carrot in here, and this is going to help it to stay moist inside. This is delicious chicken.
Don't forget that sticker on the apple.
Oh, sorry about that. A couple pieces of apple in here. We're going to cut some onion. Doesn't really matter if you take the skin off or not, because
it's all going to be cooked.
It's all going to come out and be thrown in the trash eventually. Stuff this in both ends. And then, after I wash my hands off, let's see. Now the pièce de résistance. You need about a half a can of beer. I like to use a Pennsylvania lager because I grew up in Pennsylvania drinking Yuengling. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this bird and this beer, and we're going to shove it. And it's giving us some resistance today. So we might have to use the beer butt launcher, beer butt chicken launcher. Looks like maybe no. I guess I have too much stuff in here, but it's looking beautiful. See, some people like the dry rub, some people don't. So if half of it stays on and half of it comes off, well, I'll eat that and my wife will eat that. So it's all good. None of this stuff is perfection. Oh, you're back. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, the oven's ready to go. Chicken's ready to go. I want to talk about a couple things before I put the bird in. We're going to cook this chicken to 165 degrees. Chicken has to be cooked all the way. It's a recommended government temperature for chicken, and in this case the government's correct. So you want to put the thermometer in so that it's not touching a bone. It's got to be in a fleshy part of the chicken. Now over here to my right of the bird is what I call a beer butt chicken launcher. Now if you have a stove or an oven that's big enough, or if you have a smoker or cooker outside, sometimes I do it in one of them, you can put this in. It's much easier because it holds the whole thing up. You put the beer can in here, you put the chicken on, and you can actually, with some tongs and stuff, moving around and all kinds of stuff like that. It's not going to be a big issue. If we were putting this on a Weber grill, we'd want to turn it halfway through. We're not going to have to do this in the oven because it's going to be equally heated around. So I'm going to go ahead and open the oven up and put this in. We are going to set the timer for 2 hours. Oh, you caught me again. This time you caught me with El Presidente. Me and El Presidente are down here looking at El Pollo. And the chicken's looking really good. It's been in there for about an hour. And you can see some drippings coming in into the pan. That's okay. It's not starting to crisp yet. And that's okay because it still has an hour to go. So I'm not going to bring it out and do anything. But we are going to check it probably in about another 40 minutes. Because it could be done at that point in time. Or it might have to go the full 2 hours.
There's the hourly checkup.
Here we are again. Same place, different beer. So it's been 2 hours, and our beer butt chicken's done. I need to warn you that it fell over. I did take a look at it, and I pulled it out. It fell over, but it's not a big deal if it's in your oven. And it's in, like I have it in a Corningware dish. If it's on your grill, you don't want it to fall over. So let's take it out. I have a feeling that it is done, but we want to just take a look at the thermometer right away. Oh yeah. Look at all that goodness. And oh yeah, the thermometer is saying it's 200 degrees, which it probably isn't. But when I looked at it about 20 minutes ago, it was in the low 160s. I wanted to make sure that it was done all the way, and it is. It won't be dry. If you can get it right at 165, it's the most delicious, but this will be pretty delicious. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take it, and we are going to set it over here for about 10 minutes or so. What's going to happen in those 10 minutes is it's going to have the juices go back into the meat. Like if you ever notice, if you stab something when it comes right out of the oven, that the juices flow out of it, you don't want to do that. You want to leave it alone. I felt bad putting that thermometer in there. I wish I didn't need to, but sometimes you have to put something in there. We're going to let that go for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to cut this bad boy. So the bird's out of the oven. And we've got some nice jazz going in the background. Getting ready to eat. What we want to do is we want to cut this up. It's been sitting here for 10 minutes. Just letting the juices go back into it. You want to kind of find the ridge that goes right down here. And cut right into it. I'm not too worried about that beer can. If we were doing this on the grill, I would definitely take the beer can out first, but it's just gonna make gravy. So we want to cut that on both sides of that little ridge that runs right down the back. And then oh, okay.
I know it's hot. You just took it out the oven. Give me those. There we go. Then all the mess and everything you can clean up. Ready to get to taste some beer today.
Yep, that's a real life hack when your wife walks in and just takes over. But she usually knows what she's talking about, so what's left here, I'm going to put this in the fridge after it cools down. Tomorrow I'm going to make some chicken stock, A lot of times you're told that you should make chicken stock with a raw chicken carcass, but I've always had a good time.
There's a lot of meat down there, it looks like.
Well, we can get some of that in if you'd like. Some of that will go into the stock today.
Oh, yeah.
So, So, here it is. Finished product from Frank and Frank. Beer butt chicken.